Breaking news coming out today, confirmed from the Pentagon that today a U.S. warship and multiple commercial ships have come under attack in the Red Sea. And as I mentioned, this just coming out today, December the 3rd, 2023, this morning. The U.S. military says 3 commercial ships in the Red Sea were struck by ballistic missiles fired from Houthi-controlled Yemen, and a U.S. warship shot down 3 drones in self-defense during an hour-long assault. Now, as you guys know, this is linked in the description below. I'm going to be sharing with you this breaking news and the details, and yes, we're receiving confirmation that it actually was Iran that is saying that they did this, and they said they will continue to stop ships from going through the Red Sea until Israel stops its attacks in the Gaza Strip. So they are saying that they did this. They are claiming this. Now, a lot of people are saying this could escalate into World War III because as a result of what they've done, striking these ships, they literally have hit 14 different nations associated with these cargo ships, and also attacking directly a U.S. warship. And as I mentioned, we received confirmation from the Pentagon that they were struck by them, that Iran is basically taking ownership of this. And we've heard that the Pentagon said that they will be retaliating, responding in whatever way they see fit. Now, we don't have information on that quite yet. However, I will be sharing with you the latest, and I'm putting this on the screen so that way you can see it. And as I mentioned, this is linked in the description below. Now, do me a favor. I see that we've got some people on. Can you hear me and see me okay? Let me know in the comments before I dive too far into the articles so that way I can make sure the information is getting across correctly. I see we've got 1,039 people on. Do me a favor, smash the like button if you appreciate the updates, and let me know, can you hear me and see me okay before I go too far into the articles. I see people saying very concerning. What are they thinking? This is not good. Let's see here. But yes, people are saying they can hear me and see me okay. Okay, great. Excellent. As I mentioned, we've got over 1,100 people on now. Please do me a favor, hit that like button. And if this is your first time here and you want to stay up to date, it's totally free. Why not hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Let me go ahead and get you guys caught up as to what is going on. So as you can see on the screen right here, the Pentagon has said that U.S. warships, multiple commercial ships have come under attack. This is today in the Red Sea. You can see December 3rd, 2023 as of this morning. U.S. military says 3 commercial ships hit in the Red Sea. Now, we can scroll down here and we can see that Dubai, United Arab Emirates, 3 commercial ships in the Red Sea were struck by ballistic missiles fired from Houthi-controlled Yemen on Sunday today, and a U.S. warship was shot. Warship shot down 3 drones in self-defense. So this warship, a U.S. warship, came under attack during an hours-long assault. The U.S. military said responsibility for the attack was claimed by the Houthi rebels, who are backed by Iran. So Iran, again, escalating tensions with the United States. And we had seen before the Prime Minister literally come to New York, to the UN, in the U.S., on U.S. soil, and threaten us, saying that the U.S. will not be spared from Iran's fire if the war in Gaza continues, directly blaming the United States for supporting and being an ally with Israel in these attacks. And then we also saw Iran again saying that we would be struck extremely hard, threatening the United States again for what has been taking place. And now we're seeing Iran strike actual warship and other commercial ships in the Red Sea. Now, the attacks marked an escalation in a series of maritime attacks in the Middle East linked to the Israel and Hamas war. So again, all the tensions rising right now. A lot of people are concerned that this could lead to World War III, and wait till you see what this was associated with. 14 different countries are being hit by these attacks. We're seeing different responses from other nations as well, as multiple vessels found themselves in the crosshairs of a single Houthi assault for the first time in this conflict. Now, in a statement, here it is, U.S. Central Command said that the attacks represent a direct threat to international commerce and maritime security. They have jeopardized the lives of international crews representing multiple countries around the world. It is said that 3 commercial ships and their crews are connected with 14 different countries. So this is without a doubt an international hit. And we're going to be seeing how different nations respond. The U.S. could be responding to this. We could see many of the other 13 nations associated with this respond as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And wow, I see we've got 1,600 people on live with me, 1,594 500 likes. Do me a favor. I know it's not the news that anybody wants to hear, but please smash the like button for me if you appreciate the updates. It just simply spreads it out further. Can I get an extra 200 to get that up to 700 likes? I would appreciate it. But let's read on what has been happening in the past 24 hours, literally coming out today. Now, according to Central Command, as I mentioned, confirmed by the Pentagon, the USS Carney, a naval destroyer, detected a ballistic missile fired from Houthi-controlled areas of Yemen at the Bahamas-flagged bulk carrier Unity Explorer. The missile hit near the ship. Shortly afterward, the Carney shot down a drone heading its way. Although it's not clear if the destroyer was the target, the drone was also launched from Yemen as well. Now, about 30 minutes later, the Unity Explorer was hit by a missile, and while responding to the distress call, the Carney shot down another incoming drone. Central Command said that the Unity Explorer reported minor damage from the missile. Two other commercial ships, the Panamanian-flagged bulk carriers Number 9 and Sophie 2, were both struck by missiles as well. The Number 9 reported some damage, but no casualties, and the Sophie 2 reported no significant damage. Now, while sailing to assist the Sophie 2, the Carney shot down another drone heading in its direction. The drone did no damage. We also have every reason to believe that these attacks, while launched by Houthis in Yemen, are fully enabled by Iran, said the Central Command. So again, this is Iran. They're attacking, and they're specifically attacking U.S. and the U.S. warships along with other nations as well, adding that the U.S. will consider all appropriate responses. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. This is definitely, we're hearing, going to be escalating the tensions and the potential for World War III. How should the U.S. respond to this? Should the U.S. respond heavily? If so, put a 1. If you think that we need to send a message to Iran that they should not be attacking our ships, commercial ships, warships, you're going to see their response here in a second. Put a 2 if you think that we need to be very careful about the response because we don't want this to escalate. We've seen President Joe Biden being very cautious about his responses after repeated attacks on U.S. troops in the Middle East. Again, put a 1 if you feel like we need to have an aggressive response to this. Put a 2 if you feel like no. I'd love to see your thoughts in the comments. And again, we have 2,013 people on with me live. Do me a favor, smash the like button if you haven't already. We've got 800 likes. Could we get an extra 200 people that have not yet done so, that appreciate the update, to do so? It would help out the channel. It just spreads this out further on YouTube. Get those likes over 1,000. But let's read on. The Carney, an Erle Burke-class guided missile destroyer, has already shot down multiple rockets, and the Houthis have fired toward Israel so far in the war. It hasn't been damaged in any of the incidences, and no injuries have been reported on board. Now, Houthi military spokesperson Brig Jen Yankasari claims Sunday's attacks. So here it is. The Houthis, they are claiming the attacks. Houthi military spokesperson Brig General Yahi Sari claims Sunday's attacks, saying the first vessel was hit by a missile and the second by a drone while in the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, which links to the Red Sea to the Gulf of Aden. Sari did not mention any U.S. warship being involved in the attack. Now, let's see what they had to say. The Yemeni army forces continue to prevent Israeli ships from navigating the Red Sea. So they're saying, yes, this was them, and they're saying that they are going to stop them from sailing in the Red Sea as a result of the war until Israel's aggression against our steadfast brothers in the Gaza Strip stops. So they are claiming this. The Yemeni armed forces renew their warning to all Israeli ships or those associated with Israel's that they will become a legitimate target. And just to clarify, those associated with Israelis, that is the United States, that they will become a legitimate target if they violate what is stated in this statement. Sari also identified the first vessel as the Unity Explorer, which is owned by a British firm that includes Dan David Unger, who lives in Israel, as one of its officers. The Number 9 is linked to Bernard Schultz, ship management, managers of the two vessels who could not be immediately reached for comments. Israeli media identified Unger as being the son of Israeli shipping billionaire Abraham Rami Unger. Now, the Houthis have launched a series of attacks on vessels in the Red Sea, as well as launching drones and missiles targeting Israel. The U.S. has stopped short of saying its Navy ships were targeted, but said that Houthi drones have headed towards the ships and have been shot down in self-defense. Janet Jenkins, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. And she says an aggressive response is very needed. God bless you, Steve Ram, for the updates. Janet Jenkins, you are very welcome. Thank you so much for the support. I hope that this content is helpful. I want to make sure that everybody is aware of what's going on as things are intensifying. I'm seeing Chuck say, follow the Bible into Armageddon. Yes, a lot of people are saying this could be the beginning of World War III, especially with this particular attack that happened today. This is not just Iran against the U.S. This is Iran hitting multiple nations with these attacks. It is pretty intense. And like I said, I say this in the videos. This is on the screen so you can see it. Linked in the description below. This is from ABC News. Just came out today so you can read it for yourself. And in addition to that, I will just keep you up to speed on everything. I don't want anybody to live in fear or be afraid. I don't want you to be scared. I want you to be prepared. I think that us knowing what's taking place is half of the battle, so that way we can know exactly what's going to be going on and make the best decisions for ourselves and our families. And do me a favor, if you appreciate it, again, we've got 2,478 people on with me live, 1,100 likes. Can we get an extra 100 people? Can I get half of the room that has not yet hit the like button to do so? Can we get that up to 1,200 likes if you appreciate the updates and have not done so yet? Thank you so much. Let's continue reading this article for more details on what is happening today. Global shipping had increasingly been targeted as the Israel-Hamas war threatens to become a wider regional conflict, even as a truce briefly halted fighting and Hamas exchanged hostages for Palestinian prisoners held by Israel. However, the collapse of the truce and the resumption of punishing Israeli airstrikes on Gaza and a ground offensive there had raised the risk of the seaborne attacks resuming. Now, in November, the Houthis seized a vehicle transport ship also linked to Israel in the Red Sea off of Yemen. The rebels still hold the vessel near the port city of Hodeidah. Missiles also landed near another U.S. warship last week after it assisted a vessel linked to Israel that had briefly been seized by gunsmen. However, the Houthis had not directly targeted the Americans for some time, further raising the airstrikes in the growing maritime conflict. In 2016, the U.S. launched Tomahawk cruise missiles that destroyed 3 coastal radar sites in Houthi-controlled territory to retaliate for missiles being fired at U.S. Navy ships at the time. And this is from the Associated Press writers. So this is ABC News saying that they actually got this transcript from the Associated Press. And again, we're receiving confirmation from the Pentagon. For those of you that are hopping on a little bit late, this article coming out today, along with several others, the Pentagon confirming a U.S. warship was attacked. A U.S. ship that defended itself managed to take down drones along with multiple commercial ships that were hit. They came under attack today in the Red Sea, and it is Iran, Houthi rebels, that are actually claiming it. They are saying that they did it, and they said they did it because the war in Gaza is continuing, and they said they will continue to do so until the war in Gaza stops. Reagan Alcocker, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Steve. Watch every one of your updates. I hope that they're helpful, Reagan. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome, and I hope that these just keep us up to date. Like I said, I just want to make sure that everybody is aware of what's going on, that people know that there was an attack that took place today, and the Pentagon has confirmed and responded to this, as we just read. They responded. They will think about what is the appropriate response to take. 14 different nations were associated with the ships that were attacked today. And we will see what unfolds from here, as Iran is without a doubt escalating things in the Middle East, all surrounding the Israel-Hamas war that is taking place right now. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And wow, I see that we have got 2,857 people on with me live. Do me a favor, smash the like button if you appreciate the updates. Better late than never says, hi, it's not real. I got thumbs up from Courtney. Doris is saying she's praying. Yes, please pray for our world right now. Love you, everyone. Stay strong, Steve, says Cynthia. Thank you, Cynthia. Jaco is saying, get out, get ready. Yep. Thank you for your updates, says Dorley. You are so welcome. And again, you guys, this just coming out today. We'll be seeing what unfolds. I'll keep you up to speed on this. And Iran is taking the claim for this. So we know who hit. We know what's going on. And it was, without a doubt, a U.S. warship that was attacked, but it took down the drones. And in addition to that, there were commercial ships that were hit and there were 14 different nations that were impacted by this. So this raises major concerns of escalations and a potential, Johnny Garcia 2006 wrote it, WW3. Yes, we will see how nations respond. How will the U.S. respond? Will the U.S. respond aggressively to this? Will one of the other nations that were impacted by this respond aggressively? Let me know your thoughts. Anna Maria is saying, this is crazy, and thank you for the update, Steve. You are very welcome. And yes, I agree. This is absolutely crazy. I saw this today after we had gotten out of church, and I just saw it all over the news articles. I wanted to make sure that everybody was aware of what was going on with the escalation of the tensions in the Middle East today. Carla says, thank you for the updates. You are so welcome, Carla. All eyes are on Damascus, says Kiss the Sky. Let's see here. I dread when the war is in our country, says Lori. Lori, a lot of people are saying that it's here right now already, that there are plans being made by sleeper cells that are here in the U.S. already planning a coordinated attack. This was the warning we had already received from the FBI. Thank you for keeping us informed. God bless you, says Rhonda Mason. You are so welcome. Let's see. Go Pack Go. Sandy says, hey Sandy. I do appreciate your reporting, Steve. Thanks. Says, hi, it's not real. You are very welcome. I hope that it is helpful. Want to make sure that everybody is aware of what's going on. What are the 14 other nations? Steve Ram asks Mateo. Mateo, great question. I don't have them here in this particular article. I'll see if I can pull them up really quick and find out for you. Let's see if I can find out what are the other 14 nations. I will Google it really quick. 14 nations hit attack Middle East. Now, I don't see a list of the nations. I just see that there are 14 nations that were associated with the hit. And I know that the U.S. is one of the main ones, and it was the U.S. warship that responded. If I find out more information, I'll be sure to share and let you know what are the 14 nations. But at this time, just the information I have. And as I'm live right now, I don't want to sit and make everybody just watch me scroll through articles. But at this time, we know that it was the United States was one of 14 different nations associated with the ships that came under attack. So we will see how the U.S. or some of the other nations respond. And however they respond, I'll let you know, because this could definitely be escalating things. A lot of people are saying this could, we've been hearing this for quite some time, be the beginnings of World War III. Some people are saying World War III is already here. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think that we are already in World War III? We just have not officially announced it yet. If you think so, put a 3 in the comments. If you think that we are already in World War III, or if you think no, we're not in World War III, things have not escalated to the point where it's out of control, we can bring this back still, put a 4. I'd like to see your thoughts if you think that we can avoid World War III at this point, or do you think that it's too late? Things are going to escalate. Now, also in addition to that, we've already heard Israel has said that they are not going to stop. We've heard a call for them to stop. They said it's not going to happen. We are not going to stop until we eradicate Hamas. So this war will continue on. And we actually heard the U.S. I just shared with you recently that the United States, there was a transcript that took place November 30th between Anthony Blinken and the IDF, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, saying that you do not have the credit. This is the U.S. to Israel, saying, Israel, you do not have the credit to drag this war out. We need you to take care of Hamas, be very targeted, stop blowing up Gaza. They said you need to be very specific with your hits, take out Hamas, get it done, and get out. And you need to do this very quickly. The IDF saying that they're trying to do their best, but this is not something that they can just find them and hit them. And then we heard Benjamin Netanyahu saying, as long as I sit in my seat, as long as I am here, we will hunt Hamas and we will get them eradicated, and we'll take as long as we need. Israel sending that message to the U.S., not phased at all if the U.S. backs off support. And then we heard that alert on December 1st, 2 days ago, that a lot of people, experts warning that this could be the beginnings of the U.S. beginning to break ties, their alliance with Israel, and with a conflict that's going on, saying that they cannot support it. And more articles coming out too. This is just all in the past couple days, saying that a lot of people are believing that this is what Biden might do, with concerns that if they continue to support Israel, he could lose the support of voters in the 2024 election, that he could lose the support of young voters and of Muslim voters if they allow this to continue. However, let me know your thoughts. We're hearing that his approval rating is one of the worst that we've seen in his entire presidency. So not only will he be losing their votes, but then if he flips the script, he'll also be losing the votes of those that are supporting being allies with Israel. So it's a very interesting game that they're trying to play here as to whether or not to support it. And it's very unfortunate that it's being politicized when right now at this time, it just kind of seems like, well, should we be supporting our allies? And do we support the war that's going on? If yes, then we should continue it on regardless. If no, then pull out. But now they're making it based upon votes. So that's currently what's going on today. And when now this, with the U.S. warship actually being hit, this could escalate things. Jeff Shannon, thank you so much for the super chat, $20. I appreciate the support. You are amazing. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Carla is saying, do not leave Israel. Marcus is saying, exactly. Let's see, be still and let God be in control, says Dory. John is saying Trump 2024. You can't wait. Oh, went by too fast. John GG Fred said, Steve, my comment. John GG Fred, what was your comment? They are going by so quick, I missed it. Go ahead and drop it in the comments again. Donna is saying Trump 2024. Trump 2024, I see again from 10 million meter Peter. Believe everything you see on YouTube, says Velasquez the seller. Yeah, Velasquez, I understand, I get it. You can't believe everything that you see. That is why I try to put it on the screen. I cite all the sources so that way you know this is not coming from Steve. This is coming from the news outlets that I'm citing, I'm sourcing, putting them on the screen for you and linking them in the description. And also for all the channel members like Melissa B and Richard Wolf, you can see they've got stars next to their name. They support the channel. These articles that I'm referencing, they'll pop up in your YouTube feed for supporting the channel, becoming a member, hitting the join button. And thank you for the support. I appreciate it so much. I'm going to do my best to make sure that you guys are up to date on everything, as they're saying that tensions are escalating yet again with this attack that's coming. Let's see here. Peter's laughing that I read his name. Yeah, well, great handle. Jesus 2024, says Richard Wolf. Richard, yes, I'm a believer. Thank God. I believe in Jesus Christ. Melissa B. Oh, I can't see your comment, Melissa. You got blocked. All these supporting Trump is scary, says Doug Rice. Doug, let me know, who do you think then should we be putting in charge right now of our nation with what's going on? I know that, as I mentioned, President Joe Biden has lost tons of support. Tons of support. A lot of people saying that they believe that former President Donald Trump would not have us in this position or would deal with it better. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And that's totally fine. If you agree or disagree, you have the right to do so. That's the blessing of our nation, is that we have the ability to agree to disagree. Travis York says, love you, Steve Ram. Love you too. Thank you for the support. I appreciate you guys. I will keep you up to speed on everything. Wow. 3,229 people currently in the room with me right now. Please smash the like button if you have not done so and you appreciate the updates. Can I get 80 people to hit the like button that have not yet done so? If you're new in the room and you do so, it just helps spread this out even further. And just to get those of you caught up that are coming in late, again, you can see it on the screen. The Pentagon is confirming that a U.S. warship and multiple commercial ships were hit today. They came under attack in the Red Sea. These ships were associated with 14 different nations, and the Houthi rebels, Iran, out of Yemen, they are claiming this. They are not denying it. They are saying it was us, we hit the ships, and they're saying we will continue to disrupt ships traveling through the Red Sea. We will disrupt them until things slow down in Gaza. So they're not denying it whatsoever, and they're saying that this will continue on. And again, attacking a U.S. warship, and the Pentagon saying this is a direct threat and escalation against us. and they're saying that they're going to figure out how is the appropriate way to respond. And I put ones and twos. I put if you think that we need to give an aggressive response back, to put a 1 in the comments. If you think no, let's not escalate things, kind of like the approach President Biden has been taking, put a 2. And I saw a ton of ones. I saw a lot of people putting ones, saying we need to have an aggressive response. We cannot allow Iran to continue to attack us over and over like we have seen. We have seen them constantly attacking U.S. troops in the Middle East. I think there was like over 60 attacks, if I remember correctly. The responses were the U.S. hitting empty weapon facilities that had nobody in them, and in some cases no weapons. And they were saying that these are weak responses. His own military defense experts going on the news saying these responses are weak. We need more aggressive responses to hit back and let them know you cannot mess with the United States like this. So we will see what the response is, as so far they've been very non-aggressive. A very non-aggressive approach is what Biden has taken, the number 2 response. But number 1 would be give a more aggressive response, which is what we've heard from former President Donald Trump and several other military experts saying, no, the mentality that we're dealing with in the Middle East right now, you need to have an aggressive response. You need to show them your power and let them know that if they're messing with the wrong nation and what we're capable of, a flex, essentially. Jeff Shannon, welcome to the Ram Fam. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. Now, as a result of becoming a member, all of the articles that I reference, they will pop up in your YouTube feed with the links. You'll be able to click them and just see the exact articles that I'm referencing. I cite all of my sources so that way you guys can see them for yourself. Yep. And let me see here. And again, thank you so much for joining me. 3,380 people in the room. 2,230 likes smashed. Thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate it. Can I get anybody that has not yet done so to hit the like button? It just helps share this out. Ragnork Forden, thank you for the $5 super chat. He said, World War III has started. Whether it's with artillery or technology, it's all a war and all the nations are involved somehow. It does feel like that. And today, this attack on the ships, they're saying, is associated with 14 different nations. This could really escalate things around the globe really quickly. We will see. And again, thank you for that super chat. I really appreciate the support. I hope that the information is helpful. Oscar says, Steve, you're late on this. Been waiting for you to post on this. Yes, Oscar, I know this actually took place in the middle of the day today. Actually, I think it took place, I can't remember. There's a time difference between us and the Middle East. But I had to go to church today, spend time with the family. We go to church on Sundays, so we were away this Sunday at church. And then when I got back, I made sure to get the information, the latest coming out on this, to get you guys updated on it. But yeah, I was like, should I do breaking news at church? I was like, no, let me wait till I get home and I'll get things updated for you guys. World War III is in the cards, says Evan. Yes, it looks like it is. And a lot of people are saying we're already in it. It's already here. It's already taking place. And it's just not officially declared. But we will see. Wavy McFly says, new subscriber, YouTube recommendation. Happy to be here. Wavy, welcome to the channel. I hope that it's helpful. And I will keep you up to speed on everything. I'll let you know what's going on, Wavy McFly. Carla says, Jesus is coming. Carla, it sure looks that way. A lot of people mentioning that end of the times, and we know it, says King Goma. Who stirred this up? Graham, says Brenda. Who stirred this up? It was Iran, Brenda. Iran is taking ownership of these hits today, saying that they will stop transportation through the Red Sea until the conflict in Gaza stops. So they are not being shy about it. They're claiming it, attacking a U.S. warship along with other commercial ships. Drones shot down in self-defense by that warship. And the Pentagon responding, saying, this is a direct escalation and attack against us and 14 other nations, and we will decide what is the correct response to this. So today things escalating to a point we have not seen yet. This is pretty intense. So far, there's been a whole lot of threats. We have seen Iran attacking other our armed forces at bases, but now they're actually attacking warships and commercial ships in the Red Sea. Our guys need prayers. The U.S. Navy, says Christine. Totally agree. Tiny says, love your channel. Thank you, Tiny. I appreciate that. I'll try to do my best to keep you up to speed. Somebody is saying to hit Iran. I can't read those words, Creative Catalyst, on here. But, wow, let me know your thoughts on that. I just hit that like button, says Oscar. Thank you, Oscar. I appreciate the support. New Zealand listening, says Gia. Gia, welcome from New Zealand. I'll keep you up to speed on all this. There was 14 nations associated with the attack on the ships that took place today, the United States being one of them. Love you, Steve, for taking time to share the info with us that you have, says Donna Lovett. Donna, you are so welcome. I'll make sure to keep everybody up to date. There's a lot going on in the world right now. And as I mentioned, I don't want anybody to be scared. I want people to be prepared. I want people to know what's taking place. Because with what happened today, things could escalate. We will see how the United States responds to this. You probably agree with that, Steve, says Nikki. Nikki, I missed your first comment. Carol says, thank you, Steve, with the butterfly. You are so welcome. Cecilia Nieves is giving the thumbs up. Thank you for those thumbs up. We've got 3,600 people live with me in the room. 2,487 likes. Can we get that up to 2,600? Can I get an extra 120 people that have not yet hit the like button to do so? I would appreciate it. It just helps spread this out even further. And again, if this is your first time here, hit subscribe to stay up to date. I'll let you know everything going on. And again, this coming out, this is on the screen for you guys, so that way you can see it. And for those of you hopping on late, again, just recapping, this is an article from ABC News, but this is all over the news today of this attack that took place in the Red Sea. A U.S. warship was hit. Several ships were hit, commercial ships associated with 14 different nations. Iran is taking ownership of it. The Houthi-controlled rebels in Yemen saying that they did this and they will continue to do so until the war between Israel and Hamas comes to an end. Michael Denko has become a member of the Ram Fam. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate the support. Now, as a result, these articles that I'm referencing will pop up in your YouTube feed right after I get off of this live. I'm going to put it into the community page. You will see them. But if not, for those of you that are not members, that's totally fine. I still cite the sources. And now during my lives, I'm trying to put them on the screen so that way you can see them for yourself. I want everyone to be able to understand that this is the latest news coming out. I'm not just making stuff up, citing the sources, putting it out there so that way you can see. I want people to be aware of what is going on in our world so we can make the best decisions for ourselves and for our families. Mark Grant says, Ram, can you tell me about the winter, please? They will understand what's at stake. Mark, yes. So I did a video on it on my channel. Please go check that out. I go through step by step what the experts are saying would take place. It is intense. Let's just say that if they decided to launch all of their weapons, it would be a disaster. And you're going to hope that you are destroyed because if you make it through, what unfolds afterwards, it's going to be devastating. So please, if you want to see that, check it out. It's on my channel. I believe I did a live and I also did a video. And on the video, I share with you the clips, the video clips of the process. There's animation. They show everything so that way you can see and understand exactly what will take place if that were to unfold. And it's not good. It's not good for anybody. There are no winners if they release that type of weaponry around the world. Thank you for all that you do, Steve, says Seth. You are welcome. Sentimental Text says, my vote goes with Trump. USA needs prayers, says Bling Bling Crafter. What's going on in Paris, says Dan. Dan, I don't know. I don't know if France was associated with one of the 14 nations that were hit with these ships, but it's very possible. Also, in addition to that, I know that France was added to the nations that right now there are children that are getting very, very sick. So that's what I know is currently going on with France. Jenna Jenkins gifted TX Mom with an opportunity to become a member. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate the support. I will continue to keep you guys up to date on everything. Speedy Rider 47 says we need a new leader, not Biden with a 100 and an explosion. Let me know if you agree with Speedy Rider. Do we need a new leader? If you think we need a new leader, put a 5. Put a 5 if you think we need a new leader. Put a 6 if you're for Biden. If you're for Biden, put a 6. And you know what? If you think that the new leader should be Donald Trump, put a 45. Put a 45. We all love you, Steve. You're awesome, says Diana. Thank you so much. Congratulations, Texas Mom, says Janet Jenkins. Thank you for that. I appreciate the support. How do I become a member? I can't find the button, says Barbie CP. Barbie, if you want to become a member and support the channel, there is a join button. So right next to the subscribe button, it should be underneath the screen. Right next to the subscribe button, there should be a join button. You click the join button. There's 3 different levels. There's nothing special. It's just the amount that you want to support. You can click it, and then it supports the channel. It helps me out. I appreciate it. It's not necessary, but if you want to do so, you can. And then as a result, just what I do to give back is I just put all of the sources for the articles that I reference. I put them in your YouTube feed. So when you open up the YouTube app or you're on YouTube, it'll pop up in your subscription feed. You'll see all the articles. They'll be hyperlinked. You can just click it and go right to it. And I see a ton of 45s. Wow, people are ready. I see a couple of 6s. Some people saying keep Biden in place. But I see a lot of 5s and 45s. A lot of people saying we need Trump back. I've heard, I see somebody saying that it's Stumbling Joe. Man, a lot of support for former President Donald Trump, and we're hearing that he is likely going to be the Republican candidate, that he's likely going to take it. Somebody said Biden forever, Sparrow said with a ha 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 ha. So I think he's joking. Let's see, Marcus says, I think that Mickey Mouse would be better than Joe Biden. Janet Jenkins is saying Trump, 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 Trump. Yeah, a lot of 45s. They're moving so fast I can't even see them. So many people are saying that we need Donald Trump in there as opposed to Joe Biden. And you know, I see somebody saying Ramaswamy. Yeah, Ramaswamy has been getting a lot of traction in the Republican Party. However, the question is, can he overtake Trump? And we're hearing the vast majority of people are saying no, that the support is there for former President Donald Trump. So that's likely what we're going to be seeing going into 2024 is a repeat between Biden and Trump. And then there's some speculating. We actually heard Ramaswamy say that it wouldn't be Biden, that it might be somebody else for the Democrats, that they might say, you know what, his approval is so low, let's get somebody else in there. Don Dermody, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I appreciate it. How do I become a member? Please and thank you. So you become a member, Don. There is a join button right next to the subscribe button. Should be underneath this screen. Subscribe, and then right next to it, join. You click join, and you can support the channel. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the support, you guys. And wow, I think I see some more super chats coming in, but the feed is going so fast I can't get to them. Let me see if I can see here. I think there was a couple more super chats that came in. I like your channel, Steve. What is it going to take for Slow Joe to take some direct action to sink a U.S. ship, says Justice Ryan. Justice, great question. We'll see the Pentagon coming out and saying that this is a direct escalation of what's going on. So we'll see how he responds. I'll let you know whatever he decides. Thank you so much for that super chat. And another one from Justice Ryan. The same one. Thank you, Justice Ryan, I really appreciate that. And I'll keep you up to speed, Justice. Whatever comes out on this, however the U.S. responds, I'll be sure to let you know right away because, yeah, this is definitely escalating and intensifying things with what's going on. Gia says, peace for the world. I still see 45s coming in. People saying that we need to get Trump in. These things need to come to pass, says Luke. No election, says Robert. Wow. Yeah, we'll see. Whatever unfolds in 2024, I've heard a lot of people saying they can just feel it. Like there's something in the air that's coming. Like things are going to get intense. Whatever happens, I will be sure to let you guys know here on the channel so you know exactly what's taking place. Mr. Gary Thomas says Elon might get in there. Wow, do you think Elon Musk would run for president? Notifications came super late, says Jonathan Fleming. Jonathan, yeah, I'm not really sure, but welcome on. And just to recap, for those of you hopping on, I see we got 3,600 people on. Janet Jenkins, thank you for the $1. As you can see on the screen, the Pentagon has confirmed that a U.S. warship and several commercial ships were hit today. And these ships were associated with 14 different nations that were hit by this. And Iran is taking ownership for these hits, unapologetic, and saying that they will continue to hit ships and disrupt the flow of naval vehicles throughout the Red Sea until the fighting in Gaza stops. So, yeah, this is impacting a lot of people today, and this could be escalating things, and the Pentagon saying they're going to be determining what is the best response, and without a doubt, this is an escalation. Cohen says, you're always on point and here for us. Thank you. You are welcome, Cohen. I appreciate the kind words. I will continue to do so and make sure that you guys are up to speed on everything. Didn't the U.S. lie and say that Vietnam attacked one of our ships in the Gulf and during the Vietnam War, says Sal. Sal, I'll have to brush up on that. I don't recall at this time. I'll have to do a little bit of history research, but at this time, just reporting the latest coming out with what's going on right now. I'm still seeing 45s coming in. Wow. You're a breath of fresh, true news, says LMJ. 45 Trump Tucker Carlson will be the ticket. Yeah, it's looking like it. It's looking like it, and I'll keep you guys up to speed on that. We're going to be seeing what unfolds. Pentagon says there were no injuries on board the destroyer and that ship was not damaged, says Love Handles. Yes, the Love Handles. There was 3, I believe, commercial ships that were under attack and the Warship. And there was one that sustained damage, one that received pretty much little to no damage. Just covered in this article, and again, recapping that they're saying that the impacts were to 14 different nations associated with this, and the Pentagon coming out and saying that this was by Iran, and that they're saying that it was the Houthi rebels they're taking ownership of it, unapologetically saying this was us, and we will not stop to do so until things de-escalate in Gaza. We will see. I'll keep you up to speed on everything as it comes out. Somebody saying they want DeSantis to go be president. Sleepy Joe, must we want true, says Elaine. I'm not sure what that is. Christine is saying end times. Yes, a lot of crazy stuff going on. But I will keep you guys up to speed on everything as it unfolds. We've got 3,600 people in the room. That means there's 600 people that have not yet hit the like button. Can I get those that have joined on late that have not yet done so, that appreciate the updates, to hit the like button? And also, if this is your first time here, please subscribe. I'll keep you up to speed if you want to stay up to date. I will do my best to make sure that I cite everything, put it on the screen so you know it's the latest. Mark Grant says, Ram, new leader. If he makes bunkers for real, we can't last without it. Yeah, we'll see. I definitely feel like we need to take precaution with everything going on. I've also heard, I think former President Donald Trump said day one, if he comes into office, close the borders, build the wall, get illegal immigrants out of our nation. He said get immigrants that are in our nation that are sympathizers with Hamas and what's the attacks that have been going on and the threats against the U.S., get them out. He said we need to get them out. We cannot have this taking place in the U.S. So that is the plan that we've heard. However, President Joe Biden yet to hear a plan to address this, to make sure that we keep those here in our nation safe. We will see. Jonathan Fleming says, Mississippi loves you, Steve Ram. Thank you so much. Supreme Bean says, 45 ruled. K&A Brown says, Trump. JF Dennis says, save yourself. Mark Henderson says, liked and subscribed. Mark Henderson, welcome to the channel. Thank you for the like. I appreciate the support. I'll make sure that you stay up to date on everything as it unfolds. And again, this coming out today. This is breaking news coming out today, with the Pentagon confirming the attacks on these ships in the Middle East, in the Red Sea, and the Houthi rebels, Iran, taking ownership of it, saying it was them, and they will continue to do so until things stop in Gaza. And however, we're hearing Israel saying that they will not stop until they eradicate Hamas. And just the other day, we saw the U.S. warning Israel, you need to get this done quick. And a lot of people coming out with that transcript that came between the U.S. and Israel saying this could be the potential for the U.S. to break their alliance with Israel. Oh man, we will see. I will keep you guys up to date on everything. Things are getting intense, without a doubt, in the Middle East. I'm still seeing 45s, people saying that we need to get former President Donald Trump back in there to help get control of things. I see Leon saying Joe must go. Vladimir Putin saying 45 and 47, saying Trump will come back. We will see, you guys, and I will keep you up to date as things unfold. But you guys, again, thank you so much for joining me. This is the latest. Just wanted to hop on, let you guys know what's taking place. I appreciate the support. So many people saying they want to become members and support the channel. All of these articles will pop up in your YouTube feed, so you can click them, go read them for yourself. You can see that they're the latest coming out. And again, this just coming out today, as I mentioned, December 3rd, 2023. And please like the video if you haven't done so already and you appreciate the updates. Subscribe if this is your first time here. I'll let you know everything, keep you up to speed. Appreciate you guys. I hope you have a blessed night. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care, you guys. God bless. This is Steve.